Much for coming in to speak to us. So voters in South Fulton, obviously it is a runoff election for South Fulton mayor. They have a clear distinction to choose between you and Mark Baker. Why do you think that you're the better candidate? I want to thank you so much for coming in to speak to us. So voters in South Fulton, obviously it is a runoff election for South Fulton mayor. They have a clear distinction to choose between you and Mark Baker. Why do you think that you're the better candidate in this case?
Well, I think the voters, I've been there from the very beginning. I think the voters know, my leadership style and being able to just be consistent across all of the city and making sure that their needs are addressed. So I never left South Fulton. I've been there. I didn't run for a higher office. So what I have done is been consistent in being there for the residents of South Fulton, and that's what I continue and will do.
I want you to talk to me, too, a little bit about how long you have been with the city of South Fulton and what your role has been up until this point where you chose to run for South Fulton mayor.
So I've been on the council since the very beginning of the city, since 2017. So I have served 2 terms and, again, elected twice. And the reason why I actually decided to run for mayor is because our city needs leadership. With the last administration, it has been tough to watch, looking at the headlines, seeing the missed opportunities, and just it was not what I envisioned South Fulton to be. And I decided that, hey, I'm going to have to go ahead and put my hat in the ring to be the mayor because, our district was in a very good place. We were able to get good economic development. We have had the lowest crime rate since the city's inception in the district. So we did a lot of things that we felt that that we could cascade it across the city. So with that leadership in play, I decided, hey, let me run and let's see how we can move this city forward. So that's why I ran.
If you win, what is the biggest change that you want to bring to the city of South Fulton? What's your priority for day one?
Priority for day one is restoring trust back into the mayor's office and into City Hall. I want residents to feel like they are a part of the city, that they have a new tone that is being set across the entire city of trust and accountability with our elected officials. I think that is what we need to focus on day one, being very transparent, letting them know exactly what's happening in the city so they can be proud of it. I think as a resident, we need to be proud of our city and the great things that we've accomplished, and we've missed a lot of that in the past 2 administrations.
When we talk about recent weeks, there has been a little bit of a situation between Mark Baker and a resident within the city of South Fulton that has unfolded. We got a chance to ask him about it. And he actually said that was something that came and was almost like a setup from your campaign. How do you address that situation, and do you have any thoughts about it?
Well, first of all, I didn't see, I don't know how it could be a setup from my campaign. I mean, I saw it when most voters saw it on the news, so I had absolutely nothing to do with it. We've been running a positive campaign. I would say that my opponent has not run a positive campaign. So I guess he's looking for an opportunity to blame. But if you are trying to be the mayor of the city, you should not act in that way, whether you feel like it was a setup or not. So I think the voters need to be able to see that.
Let's talk about the current mayor, Mayor Khalid Kamal. You obviously serve with him currently now on city council. What is your biggest takeaway from his tenure?
I think the biggest takeaway is making sure that relationships are collaborative and focused on the people. I think that is something that was missed in his tenure. I think that we truly have to start resetting the tone. Mayor Khalid, I wish him the best. But again, the voters spoke, and it's time to move forward. So I think the opportunity of really being able to engage citizens in this process, making sure that they feel included and wanting to be a part of the city, I think is important. So I think that is something that was definitely missed. And again, sometimes your personal life sometimes collides with politics, and being able to separate the two is very important.
I know when you go to a few of the candidate forums that we've had over the last several months where the residents get to ask questions, public safety tends to come up a lot.
Absolutely.
It's something that obviously residents are extremely concerned about. How do you plan on improving that should you win and hold that position?
Well, again, public safety is one of the main reasons why we became a city. We wanted to be able to make sure that we have improved response times and that we're able to have relationships with our police officers. So I think as we move forward, we're needing to, seek new leadership. We have a very strong public safety administrator right now that's overseeing a lot of things that are happening in our police and fire. I'm looking forward to his continued leadership and also being able to help us recommend whatever recommendations to improve the officers, workplace, their morale. A lot of things have been missing for quite some time. And again, as I mentioned before, we have to reset the tone, and I'm looking forward to doing that.
Education is something that's also important within the city of South Fulton. What's your plan to improve education?
Well, I've always been a champion of education, being really involved in the schools and working very closely with the school board members. That's something that I will continue to do because, of course, nobody wants to move to an area where the schools are not good or they don't feel safe. So education and public safety plays a big role in how we continue to grow South Fulton. So I will continue to do what I've always done, really being supportive, a champion of our schools, and telling a positive narrative that needs to happen. I think that is also an area where it is a missed opportunity, that we're really not talking about all of the great things that are happening within our school, in our cities.
60 seconds or less. Can you give me your message to voters before they head out to vote on December 2nd?
Well, I think what we need to look at is making sure that you look for leadership that has continuity. Continuity is important. Again, as I shared, I've been there. I never left. And I will continue to support and fight for our residents in South Fulton to have a better quality of life, to ensure that we get the things that we want as far as strong economic development, not settling for the same status quo, strengthening our public safety, and resetting the tone for our brand here in the city of South Fulton. I think that is the most important thing because we want to be a business-friendly city. We have so much opportunities that are ahead of us, and I'm looking forward to leading that charge. So I need voters that actually go out and vote on December the 2nd, which is Tuesday, and hopefully they will pick the right leadership that understands what's happening in South Fulton and will continue to move the city forward.
Thank you for taking the time.
You're welcome. Thank you.